Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Sooners will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Rebels offense will get the first swing of the game. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, but you play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. Going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Out of the shotgun on third down. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown. I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
They keep attacking through the air. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the extra point is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. To the air on first down. Got his man on the right. At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Caught in the backfield, it's Velasquez. And they pick up just a few on that completion. It can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll give it to the back. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And they just kind of sneak that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. The Sooners pick up the first down.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old, great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you...
Just plowing ahead. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners.
The offense goes as he goes. So really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
Lining up to add another. And it's perfect. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Out of the gun to give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great running backs consistently make people miss. And he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line will have to do a lot better job. Give them some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Rebels decide to punt it away. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. And Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
And the Sooners are rolling down the field. Fast motion from the offense. Comes out throwing on first down. He unleashes a long one. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Bob.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4. And the Rebels in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on second down. He makes the connection. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Working that left side now. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Quick release by the QB. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Unleashes it on the run. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time, man.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And how about the inside linebacker flying through there? You see those guys come up, and you see how fast they can come up and fit the run. But how about blitzing the quarterback, getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack?
Send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. All the way back to the 15. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action. It sets up the RP.
And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
He's going to pass on second down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got room at the 35. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Flips it out in the flat. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Glass half full, glass half empty, guys. Obviously great they got a completion. Prefer that over incompletions or interceptions. The glass half empty. I mean, they made that third down a bit more manageable, but not that much.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
We've got a timeout from the kicking team.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
All the numbers and stats will show you going for it on 4th down in this area of the field really puts pressure on a defense. And the pass hits, picked off. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, Really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Rebels have taken it inside the 20. On second down, they'll take to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Spits it out to the back. Touchdown, Rebels! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he makes the extra point. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. He finds his man.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
It's complete to the right. At the 45 on its way. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll come out throwing on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. He wants to pass it on second down. And he is sacked as the defense adds a little emphasis to wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. First drive of the second half always... type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Turns it on in midfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Third down and inches, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to be physical and they're going to run the football, but they still executed a good level. Not only picking up the first down, chewing up more yardage to make this drive even easier.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The inside handoff. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. Slams ahead. Touchdown Sooners! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't quit on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game. So a lot to process and think about.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. And he's knocked down. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football on air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
On second down, wants to throw it. Floats it out in space. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the ball squirted out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders... turnover. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. They'll try it on the ground. And the Sooners get enough for the first down. In their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it on 4th down.
And it's crazy. I don't even think you have a second thought anymore. Even in your own side of the field, like, what, I'm going to have bad field position? Nah, I don't really care. We're going to go for it. We're going to play the numbers. We're going to be aggressive.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this group, Dave, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, try to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field.
3:25.
On fourth down, they'll run it, looking for the first. The Sooners will move the sticks with the first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying to get the edge on the toss. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? They want that clock to run. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. He has 89 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Well, that was about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Rebels will hustle to the line.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. From the red zone, looking for a space. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Brings up 2nd down.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And the ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop him.
And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they could ice this game and bleed the clock. Not this coaching staff. They are going to be aggressive. They are going to continue taking shots.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He's right on target. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
Ole Miss.
And if they can nudge this one forward just a bit, they might put a seal on this victory.
691, get pilot.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He's going to run it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This time of year, when you're the higher-ranked team, you're getting everybody's best shot. And, guys, they answered the bell.
There are head coaches in this sport that say nameless, faceless opponents. You got to be able to show up. You got to be able to bring your best game to the park, regardless of who you're playing. A lot of eyes on this one, David, because of the rankings. But, man, they were easily the better team today.
Well, and I get that nameless, faceless, but when you...
Running toward the tape. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Offenses nowadays know one speed. Be aggressive. Go after it. Even if you got a lead, you see a lot of offenses do this and take shots and keep making big plays down the field. I like it. Keep it up.
Down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down.
Gorilla, green 25.
Looking to move it through the air. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. They're lining up to boot it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Unleashes one. Got his man on the right. And he's running in the open. The 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Wide receiver shows motion. He'll start this drive firing. He's got it. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And another big play by this offense. And if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. After this, it'll be a wrap. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. So hope stays alive. The undefeated season lives on as they inch closer to that 12-0 goal and what they hope will be a berth in the college football playoff.
And I'm just so impressed with the mindset of this football team each and every week. They're poised, they're focused, they have a good game plan, they know who they are, and they go out and they execute. It's as if they're not even thinking about the college football playoff. David, they're just trying to be the best version of themselves each and every week.
And it sounds cliche and it sounds stupid, but know who you are, do it well, don't beat yourself. All those things are the things that coaches are going to say, but you can tell this team's done a great job up until this point. I got a feeling they're going to finish really strong, and I got a feeling those college football playoffs are right around the corner.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.